Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with American Vineyard Magazine, reporting to you here today from the annual Tree and Vine Expo. It's been a great day. We've had a lot of growers and PCAs come out to gain continuing education credits, learn about what's going on in their industry. Wanted to talk specifically with Mike Needham, who participated with Mark Cuneo, both of them from Turrentine Brokerage, providing the State of the Wine Grape Industry address. We really appreciate your support of this event and coming to give a bigger picture to what's going on in the industry. Obviously, there are some market correction and some issues that are at hand, but can you tell us, from the northern interior perspective, how things went down? It was a really interesting season, right? Because things were pushed back a little bit. We've had some weather issues, powdery mildew, some things. How did things end off?
It was an extremely challenging year, growing-wise. As you mentioned, a late bud break that led to, then we had a very cool spring that led to mildew issues, that led to rot issues late in the season. They're not making it in time and not having enough heat units to get it over the finish line. So there was a lot of rejections that that had to be dealt with in 2023, unfortunately. And it was a challenging growing year. But then, as far as market conditions were concerned, seeing negative case sale growth over the last couple of years, wineries are very oversupplied, and there was a lot of grapes that were unfortunately left on the vine at the end of the season without an intended use or a home. So we have an issue right now of not being able to court in those younger consumers as the baby boomers are starting to age out, and that's led to the conditions that we're in. And that's a unique position that Turrentine as a company hasn't seen in their 50 years. This is the first time that we've seen an oversupplied position that was caused by the lack of consumer demand.
Yeah, so pretty tough. Looking to the future, what do we anticipate? We've got the crop and the wine in the tanks. What do we anticipate? Is there a silver lining?
A silver lining, I think that it's going to probably take a couple of years to get us back in balance. I think that over the next couple of years, we're going to see vineyard removals that'll help to get us closer to balance. That'll help out. I mean, that's considering what our current consumer demand is. Obviously, the best case scenario is that we see a bump in consumer demand that finds a home for all these grapes and bulk wine that we have out there right now. That's ideal. So hopefully we can court those younger consumers and have the pull through that we need, that we've been lacking over the last couple of years.
And thinking particularly about the price point of wines, coming out of areas like Lodi, this northern interior, that upper mid-range. Can you tell us what the market dynamics are looking like there?
For 2023, we saw a lot more demand for whites. That was kind of a little bit of a carryover effect of the 2022 crop, where a lot of grapes, and specifically Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay and Pinot Grigio, were frosted, and those grapes didn't come in. So that led over to the 23 crop, where buyers were out and active early in the season, where they weren't so much for the reds, unfortunately. But moving forward, hopefully that trend continues. But we're in for bumpy waters if we don't get new consumers.
Well, hey, thank you for the update, Mike. I also wanted to just acknowledge that Turrentine is celebrating 50 years. Yes, your 50th anniversaries that you've been serving wine grape growers and helping them market their crops for the last 50 years. I mean, that goes to show your longevity, your dedication to the industry. We just really appreciate the good that you do for the industry. So thanks for taking the time. Read more about these things in American Vineyard Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.